Ever find yourself wandering through a furniture store, running your hand over like a beautifully crafted table and wondering, how did they make this? Well, today we're diving headfirst into that world, uncovering the secrets behind a role that's so much more than meets the eye. The Wood Assembly Supervisor.
You're in for a treat.
Yeah.
This isn't just about sawdust and power tools. We're tapping into some cutting-edge insights from RoleCatcher. It's a career platform that uses AI to analyze jobs and help people find their perfect fit.
Okay, so RoleCatcher is like the matchmaker of the job world. I'm intrigued. What kind of intel are we talking about for aspiring wood assembly supervisors?
They've really gone in-depth on this one. Think of a wood assembly supervisor as the conductor of an orchestra, but instead of instruments, they're orchestrating the entire wood production process from raw lumber to the finished product.
So they're responsible for making sure everything runs smoothly, hitting all the right notes.
Exactly. They're the ones ensuring the materials are top-notch, the team knows their stuff, and every table, chair, you name it, meets those high-quality standards.
That's a lot of pressure. It sounds like this role requires someone who's both a skilled craftsperson and a decisive leader. What does RoleCatcher say about the skills needed to excel in this environment?
One of the things that jumped out at me was the emphasis on quick thinking and problem solving. Remember that orchestra conductor analogy? Imagine a violinist goes rogue mid-symphony. The conductor needs to react instantly to keep the music flowing.
Okay, I can see how that translates to a fast-paced production line. One wrong move could throw off the whole rhythm.
Precisely. RoleCatcher actually calls out quick decisions as a core skill for wood assembly supervisors. Think about it. You've got deadlines to meet machinery, to manage a whole team relying on your expertise. Being able to think on your feet and troubleshoot on the spot is essential.
So it's not just about knowing your way around a wood shop. It's about being adaptable and keeping a cool head under pressure.
Absolutely. And here's where it gets really interesting. Remember those bottlenecks we hear about, like when traffic piles up on the highway?
Yeah, frustrating. Right.
Well, imagine that happening on an assembly line, only instead of cars, it's furniture parts piling up. A skilled wood assembly supervisor can spot those bottlenecks before they even form, optimizing the workflow to keep things moving smoothly.
So they're like the ultimate efficiency gurus, finding ways to maximize output without sacrificing quality.
Exactly. And RoleCatcher highlights how this skill set goes beyond just instinct. These supervisors rely on data analysis to track key metrics, identifying areas for improvement.
Hold on, data analysis in a wood shop. That's not something I expected.
It makes sense when you think about it. Imagine being able to track how much material is wasted, how long each stage of production takes, or even how machine uptime impacts output.
That's gold for a supervisor looking to streamline the process and boost efficiency.
So it's like having X-ray vision into the heart of the operation. You can pinpoint exactly where things can be improved, right?
You got it. And that's just scratching the surface of the skills RoleCatcher dives into. Okay, you've definitely piqued my curiosity. Let's talk about the career path itself. What does it look like to climb the ladder in this field? So imagine I'm just starting out, eager to work my way up in the world of wood assembly. Where does RoleCatcher say this journey typically begins?
Well, they've laid out a clear path, kind of like a roadmap to success in this field. They say you often start as a wood assembly worker, getting your hands dirty, literally, and learning the ropes from the ground up.
It's like any good craft, you have to master the fundamentals before you can lead others, right?
Exactly. You're following blueprints, using the tools, getting a feel for the materials, understanding how each piece fits into the bigger puzzle. RoleCatcher emphasizes that this stage is all about building those essential hands-on skills and absorbing knowledge like a sponge.
So you're not just building furniture, you're building your reputation as a reliable, skilled craftsperson.
Absolutely. And as you prove yourself, that's where the path starts to open up. RoleCatcher says the next step is usually moving into a wood assembly technician role.
Okay, so what changes when you make that jump from worker to technician?
Think of it as going from playing a single instrument to leading a section of the orchestra. You're not just responsible for your own work anymore. You're guiding and training others, making sure everyone's hitting the right notes, so to speak.
So mentoring becomes part of the job description.
Exactly. You're becoming the go-to person when someone needs help with a tricky technique or a machine starts acting up. RoleCatcher highlights how this stage is often where those leadership qualities start to shine through.
So it's not just about what you can build with your own two hands anymore. It's about what you can inspire others to achieve.
That's a great way to put it. And if you thrive in that environment, the next run on the ladder, according to RoleCatcher, is the wood assembly lead position.
All right, we're moving up in the world. What does it take to reach that level of responsibility?
This is where those quick decisions and problem-solving skills we talked about become absolutely critical. As a wood assembly lead, you're practically running the show.
Okay, so paint me a picture. What's a typical day like for someone in this role?
You're developing production schedules, making sure there are enough materials on hand to meet those deadlines, analyzing data to identify bottlenecks and streamline the workflow. It's a highly demanding role that requires a deep understanding of the entire operation.
So you're not just overseeing the creation of a single product, you're managing the flow of an entire production line.
Exactly. It's like being the architect of efficiency, constantly looking for ways to make the process smoother, faster, and more cost-effective.
It sounds like the stakes get higher at each level. You're not just responsible for your own work anymore. You're responsible for the output of an entire team.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And that brings us to the peak of the mountain, becoming a wood assembly supervisor.
Okay, so we've reached the summit. What sets apart a great supervisor from someone who's just punching the clock?
RoleCatcher emphasizes that it's about more than just keeping the production line moving. A truly exceptional wood assembly supervisor is a visionary leader, constantly analyzing data, identifying trends, and finding ways to not only meet but exceed expectations.
So they're thinking several steps ahead, anticipating challenges before they even arise.
Exactly. They're fostering a culture of continuous improvement, mentoring their team and making sure everyone feels valued and empowered to contribute their best work.
It sounds like this role requires a rare blend of technical expertise, leadership skills, and that intangible ability to inspire and motivate others.
Absolutely. But here's where things get even more interesting. RoleCatcher takes it a step further by highlighting how AI is transforming this entire field.
Now that's a plot twist I didn't see coming. We've talked about the human skills, but how is artificial intelligence changing the game for wood assembly supervisors? AI in the wood shop? It sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie.
It might sound futuristic, but it's becoming increasingly common. Imagine this. You're a wood assembly supervisor, and you have a software program that can analyze your team's performance, track material usage down to the inch, and even predict when a machine might need maintenance.
Wow, so it's like having a superpowered assistant who can crunch all that data and give you actionable insights.
Exactly. RoleCatcher highlights how AI tools can free up supervisors from spending hours poring over spreadsheets, giving them more time to focus on leadership problem solving and those uniquely human elements of the job.
So instead of getting bogged down in the nitty-gritty, they can focus on the big picture using AI as a strategic advantage.
Precisely. And it's not just about analyzing data. RoleCatcher talks about AI-powered design software that can optimize cuts for minimal waste or even simulate different assembly processes to find the most efficient approach.
That's incredible. So AI isn't replacing human expertise, it's enhancing it, giving supervisors the tools to make smarter decisions and achieve better outcomes.
You got it. And here's where it gets even more exciting. RoleCatcher points out how some companies are even using AI for predictive maintenance.
Predictive maintenance, you mean like AI can predict when a machine is about to break down?
Exactly. Sensors on equipment can detect subtle changes in performance, sending alerts before a minor issue turns into a major shutdown. This means less downtime, fewer production delays, and a smoother, more cost-effective operation overall.
That's a game changer. It sounds like AI is revolutionizing not just the what of wood assembly, but also the how.
Absolutely. And for those considering this career path, being open to embracing these technologies will be essential.
So future wood assembly supervisors, take note. But while AI is undoubtedly transforming the field, RoleCatcher also made a point of emphasizing how this role equips you with skills that go way beyond the woodshop.
That's right. They call them transferable skills. Think about it. The ability to lead a team, solve problems under pressure, analyze data, optimize processes, those are valuable assets in any industry, not just woodworking.
So it's like this one role can be a launch pad for a whole range of career possibilities.
Exactly. They highlight how someone with experience as a wood assembly supervisor could easily transition into roles like industrial production manager, supply chain coordinator, or even quality assurance specialist.
It's incredible to think that crafting furniture could be the first step on a path to managing a factory or overseeing global logistics. Well, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive. We've gone from the sawdust-covered shop floor to the cutting edge of AI, and I think we've only just scratched the surface of this fascinating field.
It's true, and it's amazing to see how A role that might seem traditional is actually evolving at lightning speed, embracing new technologies, and opening up exciting possibilities for those with the skills and ambition to lead the way.
Absolutely. So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of wood assembly supervisors, we leave you with this. What other industries might benefit from the unique blend of leadership, problem solving, and technological fluency that we've discussed today?
It's a question worth pondering, and we have a feeling that you, our ever-curious listener, will come up with some insightful answers. As always, thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep asking those thought-provoking questions.